Okay, in this lecture, we are going to discuss how to find roots of complex number. Roots of complex number. So before that, we apply the logic of the root of real number. Suppose I have this real number, and what are the roots of these equations that you know well? What are the roots of this number that you know well? I will take the square root of this. So I can call that number as x. And how many values are there? How many values are there for the
Two
x?
values,
2 and
minus
or
2.
-2, because if you write in the equation form as integer power, so it is x square equal to 4, that is x square minus 4 equal to 0, and it is equation of degree 2 in unknown x, and degree 2 have at most two solutions. So you get here, when you square 2 or -2, its square will be 4. You can see 2 square is 4, and -2 square is nothing but -2 into -2, that is 4. So the 4 has two square roots. Every positive real number has two square roots. When you think of negative real number, it will go to the complex number. Now these are this square finding root. You may find cube root, you may find fourth root, and so on. Nth root of any real number. That is, suppose a is a real number and we want to find its nth root. So x is that number. So that means x raised to n equal to a, x raised to n minus a. These equations we are going to solve. You will get total n values for this x. That values may be real or complex. Due to fundamental theorem of algebra, these values may be real and complex. So before finding the roots of complex number, we'll see some theoretical aspect, that how to find roots of complex number. Okay, I'll just make statement. Prove that. Okay, I'll direct, instead of prove, I'll show, write this. There are n and only n at most, and only n distinct nth roots of a complex number. Nth roots of complex number, and n being natural number. And n being natural number. Okay. So we have to show that for any complex number, if a plus I is a complex number, so its nth roots means taking 1 by n power of this, and if this z is complex number, so in fact it is equation of this form, a plus ib. So z raised to n minus a minus ib is the equation. So this is the equation in z unknown, which has n roots. So it shows that it has n and n, only n, and that all n are distinct roots of that complex number a plus ib. So this we are going to prove with the help of De Moivre's theorems that have been discussed in the previous classes. So how De Moivre's theorem is playing role here, that we will discuss in the proof of this. Okay. So for that we have to consider any complex number. So suppose, or let z equal to a plus ib be any complex number. This is any complex number, and naturally, if you know complex number, you can write this its standard form. So x is r cos theta and y is r sin theta. So what I have written? I have written a equal to r cos theta and b equal to r sin theta, and r is the square root of a square plus b square, that is modulus of that complex number, and theta is the angle made with x-axis. in the anti-clockwise directions. So this is the theta. So why I have taken, I have to apply the De Moivre's theorem here. Now this theta may be a principal value of the argument, but we know cos of theta plus 2 pi, 4 pi or 2k pi. This is cos theta, and sine of, as we have seen in the graphical representation, sine of both are the periodic function with period 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi and even number times pi. So it is also sine theta. So I am writing this, if this theta is the principal value of the argument, then this is the general value of argument. So I am writing z in terms of general value of the argument. So cos of theta equal to theta plus 2k pi plus I sine theta plus 2k pi. Now I want to list the n values of this a plus ib. Now the representation of a plus ib in this standard form and in this general form of the complex number. Keep in mind this ar is square root of a square plus b square, and theta is tan inverse of imaginary part divided by real part, that is tan inverse of b upon a. So you want to find nth root of this complex number. So taking nth root of both sides, cos of theta plus 2k pi plus I sine theta plus 2k pi. This is raised to 1 upon n, and whole thing raised to 1 upon n means x into y raised to n up 1 upon n, that is x raised to 1 by n. So this is x and this is y. So now for the second term, here we are going to apply the De Moivre's theorem, and we'll get total n values of this. When you take nth root, we'll get n values of this, and for what n values you get, for different values of k, we have to put there. So I will write De Moivre's theorem here. This is equal to r to the power 1 upon n cos of theta plus 2k pi divided by n plus I sine theta plus 2k pi divided by n, since the De Moivre's theorem. Actually one of the value, but I am setting all the values here. So I have to consider where k is this any integer, where k is any integer. We mentioned earlier also k is any integer. Now we have to find all those n values, all distinct n values. We have to put value of k equal to 0, value of k equal to 1, value of k equal to 2, up to n values you have to consider. What will happen when you put k equal to n, that we will see. When you put k equal to n, what will happen, that we will see here. Okay, up to n minus 1, this gives, then we have to take then n values of z raised to 1 upon n are listed below. These n values are listed below and which are distinct, that we can see. So when I take k equal to 0 in this here, this is your z raised to 1 upon n, and here we are taking k equal to 0. When k equal to 0, the first value, okay, I will list the value. The first value is r raised to 1 upon n cos of, we are putting k equal to 0, cos of theta upon n plus I sine theta upon n. When I put k equal to n, k equal to 1, so it is cos of theta plus 2 pi divided by n plus I sine theta plus 2 pi divided by n. When I put k equal to 1. When I put k equal to 2, it is r raised to 1 upon n cos of theta upon theta plus, we are putting k equal to 2, theta plus 4 pi divided by n plus I sine theta plus 4 pi divided by n, and so on and so on. I have to put k equal to n minus 1 in that statement. So value is r raised to 1 upon n inside bracket cos of theta plus 2k pi it is. So it is 2 times n minus 1 pi divided by n. When you put k equal to n minus 1 plus imaginary part sine of theta plus 2 times n minus 1 pi divided by n. Okay. So this is nth value. And now these values are, we can see all the angles are different, and everybody is between 0 minus pi to pi, all everybody is principal. But when I take theta equal to k equal to n, see what will happen. We'll get the first value. For k equal to n, the value of one of the value of z raised to 1 upon n is r to the power 1 upon n cos of theta plus 2n pi divided by n plus I sin theta plus 2n pi divided by n. आणि n ने डिवाइड करून पहा काय येते, cos of theta upon n plus 2 pi plus I sin theta upon n plus 2 pi. And what is cos theta plus 2 pi? त्याच्याबरोबर काय लिहू सांगा, cos of theta upon n plus cos is of period of 2 pi. So cos of x plus 2 pi is nothing but cos x. What is x? X is theta upon n. Similarly, so you get first value. This is the first value. Value when k equal to 0. You can see this is the value when k equal to 0. This is the value when k equal to 0. This is value when k equal to 1. This is value when k equal to 2. And this is value when k equal to n minus 1. But when you put k equal to n, you will get first value. Similarly, when you put k equal to n plus 1, you will get second value. So cycle is completed. So that means these are the only, you can see all are distinct. Nothing is same. All are distinct. These are distinct. And how many values are these? 0 is the first value, k equal to 0 gives first value, k equal to 1 gives second value, k equal to 3 gives fourth value, and k equal to n minus 1 gives nth value. So 0 is the first and n minus 1 is the nth. So in this way, for that complex number, you get and why all are distinct, that I have to mention here. Why all are distinct, that I have to mention. So I will write here, since okay, I have written value when, which is, we have to mention, okay, I'll write here, which is value when k equal to 0. When we put k equal to n plus 1, we will get value of z raised to n when k equal to 1, and so on. So that means these are repeat. And also, since no two angles या वरच्या n expression मध्ये no two angles in, I can say this as a star. Up to here I can say star. Not for n, 0 to n minus 1. Since no two values, no two angles in the star are equal, किंवा त्यांच्यामधला डिफरन्स 2 पाय एवढा पण नाही, आर इक्वल कोणत्याही दोन अँगल या स्टार मधले इक्वल नाही आहेत, किंवा त्यांच्यामधलं अंतर पाहिलं तर 2 पाय एवढे येत नाही, कारण 2 पाय हे पिरियडिक आहे. मल्टिपल डिफर बाय मल्टिपल ऑफ 2 पाय असे, नॉट इंस्टेड ऑफ 2 पाय, मल्टिपल ऑफ 2 पाय. आता याच्यामध्ये n ठेवला तर पहिल्या तिन्यामध्ये 2 पायचं अंतर आलं, n+1 ठेवलं तर दुसऱ्या त्यात 2 पाय एवढं अंतर आलं, म्हणजे 2 पाय किंवा मल्टिपल ऑफ 2 पाय एवढं अंतर त्या ठिकाणी येणार नाही. आणि देअरफॉर देअर सायन्स, त्यामुळे काय होते, सायन्स पिरियडिक फंक्शन मध्ये सायन्स पाहिलं आणि कोसाइन्स व्हॅल्यू पाहिलं आपण, देअर सायन्स अँड कोसाइन cannot equal simultaneously. Cannot equal simultaneously, hence all are distinct. Therefore, all n values of a plus ib raised to 1 upon n in the star are distinct. So there are only n and only n distinct values of z equal to a plus ib raised to 1 upon n. आणि k equal to n ठेवलं तर काय आपण पाहिलेले वरती, k equal to n plus 1 ठेवला तर second value will k equal to n plus 2 ठेवला तर third value will k equal to n plus 3 ठेवला तर fourth value will and so on असंच होईल. म्हणजे basically there are only distinct n values. Basically there are only distinct n values. Okay, now sometimes you may get situation like this. You have to find a plus ib raised to 5 upon 7. So how will you do it? This type of problem. Okay, you can take a fifth power of this and its seventh power. So fifth power of this will be x plus iy, and likewise above case you can solve it, or you can just put this in standard form raised to 5 and 1 upon 7 like above case. So this next theorem is the case of like this. The next theorem is the case of like this. But I am not taking directly a plus ib. I am taking just in the standard form of that complex number. So we have to show that cos theta plus I sin theta. Now instead of 1 upon q, it is directly p upon q. So p upon q. In fact, it is also q through when p and q are distinct or their GCD is 1. Has how many values can you say? Has q and only q, because when you take power, नंबरचा पॉवर घेतला तर व्हॅल्यू एक असते, पण नंबरचा 2/3 पॉवर घेतला त्याचा अर्थ काय, 2 चा वर्ग करायचा आणि त्याचा 1/3 घ्यायचा, म्हणजे याला 3 व्हॅल्यूज असतील. अशा प्रकारे फक्त लक्षात घ्यायचं, असं घेऊ नये 2^2 म्हणजे 2^1 येईल, म्हणजे 2 ची व्हॅल्यू याची व्हॅल्यू एकच आली तर 2 व्हॅल्यू येणार नाही. p and q will not have common factor. Clearing denominator numerator, this p upon q will just clearly fraction number. Your q will not divide p or p will not divide q. There is no common factor at all. That means p and q are related to prime. There and then we can say that it has q and only q distinct values. Q and q only distinct values, and p and q being integers, prime to each other. Being integer prime each other. Now we will prove this statement. This is also similar statement. We have to take p to the power by using De Moivre's theorem and 1 upon q to the power by using above theorem. Okay, I'll just explain this in short. So we have to show that this p upon q, in p upon q, this p and q are distinct. There is no common factor. So I will start with this cos theta plus I sin theta raised to p upon q. But as earlier I said, I can raise this to p because p is integer, and I can take its q through. We know p into 1 upon q is p upon q, it is one and the same. So inside bracket, I want to apply De Moivre's theorem. So cos of p theta, when you take a power, you can consider general value of theta. But when you have power reciprocal, you have to always write the general value of theta. So here principal value of theta is considered when you have power, because it gives only one value. So sin p theta. Now here you are going to apply to find roots. When the root concept comes, this value is always principal. That means we have to write the general value of the argument. So we know that cos of p theta is nothing but cos of p theta plus 2k pi, and we have to take that value of k as 0 to q minus 1, less than 1 of this q. And sin p theta, how can we write? Sin p theta is sin of p theta plus 2k pi. So here instead of cos, I am writing cos of p theta plus 2k pi, and this k will run from 0 to q minus 1, and that will use q values, plus I sin p theta plus 2k pi. Now this is the general value of argument. So here we can apply De Moivre's theorem and will not say one of the values, we will say directly equal to, because of general value of theta is added there. So again, by De Moivre's theorem, it is cos of p theta plus 2k pi divided by q plus I sin p theta plus 2k pi divided by q. So this is the value of cos theta plus I sin theta raised to p upon q. So all the values we have to put, we'll get all the values. How to find all values of this given expression? To find all distinct values of above expression, we put this gives first value, this gives second value, this gives third value, and since power is 1 upon q, so we'll get total q values there. Q minus 1, when you put, you will get this value. But when you put k equal to q, we'll get again first value. When you put k equal to q plus 1, we'll get second value. So once again, these values of k by putting in the equation 1, above expression 1, we put this. So one by one, I can say, okay, I'll just say first value. First value equal to cos of p theta upon q plus I sin p theta upon q when k equal to 0. जसं की आपण एक्सप्रेशन लिहिताना वन ऑफ द व्हॅल्यूज म्हटलं होतं, वन ऑफ द व्हॅल्यूज. सो दिस इज द वन ऑफ द व्हॅल्यूज. कुणाची? याची वन ऑफ द व्हॅल्यू, ज्या टोटल क्यू व्हॅल्यूज आहेत त्यापैकी एक व्हॅल्यू ही आहे. तिथे आपण डायरेक्टली इक्वल टू म्हटलं होतं De Moivre's theorem मध्ये. One of the value of this expression is this. So when you put k equal to 0, that is the first value. Now when I take k equal to 1, I'll get second value. What I have to take? P theta plus 2k pi. So plus 2 pi k is 1. 2k pi divided by q plus I sin p theta plus 2k pi, k is 1. So when I put k equal to 1. Third value when I put k equal to 2. And I can separate this. Okay, p by q theta plus 4 pi by q. K is 2 is taken there, and separating numerator terms, sin p upon q theta plus k is put at 2. So 2 into 2, 4 pi, and denominator is q. So this is the third value, and we required total how many values? Total q values. So q value, when you get qth value, when k is q minus 1, that is qth value of that expression. So cos of p theta upon q plus 2 times q minus 1 pi upon q plus I sin p theta by q plus 2 times q minus 1 pi upon q. Okay. Now when I take k equal to q, what will happen? In the second term, you'll get 2q pi upon q. So we'll get cos of x plus 2 pi and sin of x plus 2 pi. I say x equal to p theta plus q. So cos of x plus 2 pi is cos x. So when I take q equal to k equal to q, you can see. In just rough, I'll show you. When k equal to q, you get cos of p by q theta plus 2 pi q get cancelled, and plus I sin p by q theta plus 2 pi. The value equal to a. So, but it is, since it is periodic function, so it is just cos of p by q theta plus I sin p by q theta. So this value is nothing but first value. And when I take k equal to 1, I'll get again. So that means continuous. And we can see no two angles of this cos and sine are their difference. They are not equal, or they are not differ by the multiple of 2 pi. That means these values are distinct. There are the q's values of this expression. There are total q values of this expression. So the proof will completed here for this expression. Now we have to show that how these values are in geometrical progression in the next theorem. आता मगाशी म्हटल्याप्रमाणे एक नोट म्हणायची मला, तुम्हीच सांगा मला आता. cos theta plus I sin theta raised to 4/32. How many values are for this? How many values are this? How many values for this expression?
32.
मी जे सांगितलं ती चूक केली तुम्ही. तर ऍक्च्युली हा काय आहे? 4 आणि 32 रिलेटिव्ह प्राइम आहेत का? हा आहे ऍक्च्युली. आता किती व्हॅल्यूज सांगा इथे. Your number p and q should be such that there should not be common factor and q is not equal to 0. You know definition of rational number. P and q are relatively prime. The relatively prime means there is no common factor. If a common factor is there, that common factor has to be 1. The greatest common divisor of p and q has to be 1. So 4 and 32 has not greatest common divisor 1. So this expression has 8 value, not 32 value. So that's why I have to mention in the remark. I thought you might be thinking of this. So be careful about this. It should be noted that not only noted, you should be carefully. You should be careful about this. It should be noted that cos theta plus I sin theta, when we have the power like this, has not only 8 distinct values or not more, because it has 8 and only 8 distinct values, not 32 values. Okay, so this will be note. So be careful about this. When I write p upon q, p and q should not be a common factor. So whatever values we have written in above expression, that p upon q, each value is in geometric progression. So what do you mean by geometric progression? Anybody tell me the meaning of geometric progressions? Till then I write the statement of this result. आताच आपण वरच्या थेरम मध्ये पाहिले cos theta plus I sin theta याचा पॉवर जर p अपॉन q असेल, ज्याच्यात p आणि q मध्ये काही कॉमन नसेल, तर याच्या q व्हॅल्यूज असतील. द q व्हॅल्यूज ऑफ दिस फॉर्म a geometrical progression. सिक्वेन्स geometric असेल ती, फर्स्ट व्हॅल्यू सेकंड व्हॅल्यू यांचा रेशो पाहिला, सेकंड व्हॅल्यू डिवाइडेड फर्स्ट व्हॅल्यू, थर्ड व्हॅल्यू डिवाइडेड बाय सेकंड व्हॅल्यू, हा रेशो पाहिला तर तो काय असेल? कॉमन असेल. आणि नुसतंच जिओमेट्रिकल प्रोग्रेशन मध्ये नाही तर त्याची सम काय असेल? whose sum is 0. सगळ्या रूटची बेरीज केली त्याची सम 0 असते. and you should noted that p and q being integers prime to each other. Being integers prime to each other. Okay, so I have stated all the values. Okay, we can find once again all the values we can find. So once again same algorithm can be applied. Cos theta plus I sin theta याचा पॉवर आपल्याला काय घ्यायचा आहे? p अपॉन q हा दिलेला आहे. तर आता याचा इंटिजर पॉवर अगोदर अप्लाय करतो मी. याचा पॉवर p घेतला आणि नंतर याचा पॉवर 1/q घेतला, इट इज वन अँड द सेम बिकॉज p into 1/q is p/q. So this is by applying, when you take power you can have only one value, no need to write the principal value of theta when you take a power, but when you take root you will get total q values of that. Among q values, one value is p by q theta I sin p/q theta, that we have already mentioned in the De Moivre's theorem. So when we want to write equal to, for this while applying De Moivre's theorem, we have to write the general value of theta. So p theta plus 2k pi. Now due to this k, you will get total q values. The same procedure I doing as earlier result, and now these two are equal. Now I am not saying that the one of the values it is equal to, exactly equal to, and putting k equal to 0, 1, 2 up to q minus 1, will get all those q values. So applying again De Moivre's theorem, cos p upon q theta plus 2k pi upon q. Okay, this divided by q I can separate like this. P theta plus 2k pi upon q is written like this: I sin p by q theta plus 2k pi upon q. Okay, so this is like just cos of alpha plus beta plus I sin alpha plus beta, that is cis alpha into cis beta. So if you think on this, the cos of p by q theta plus I sin p upon q theta, this is multiplied to cos of 2k pi by q plus I sin 2k pi by q. Okay, because I am applying this is a cos alpha plus I sin beta multiplied to cos, sorry alphas level multiplied to cos beta plus I sin beta. So what is the product of this? This product is cos of alpha plus beta plus I sin alpha plus beta. So this is your alpha, this is your alpha, this is your beta. So this statement is given, from this I am writing this. You can just verify this. Cis alpha into cis beta is cis of alpha plus beta. C for cos, C is for sin, I for iota. So I can, for simplicity, this term is constant, which is independent of k. We have to take values of k as, okay, I can write this as a and this as cos of 2 pi upon q plus I sin 2 pi upon q raised to k. Okay, just De Moivre's theorem again. This k, these two, instead of pi, I am taking all those values on top. Don't mark attendance as present. Swami Vandesh, wait for the attendance. So what next? And while putting attendance, you should put your name and roll number there. Keep in mind. I will ask when to mark attendance. Okay. So this is a rho raised to k. So I will just put a equal to cos of p upon q theta प्लस I sin p अपॉन q थीटा. थोडासा सिम्प्लिफाईड फॉर्म मध्ये केला आपण, आणि रो हा काय, cos of 2 pi upon q plus I sin 2 pi by q. This is the row. So these are the values of what expression? Cos theta plus I sin theta raised to p upon q. So I have to write all those values here now. I have to write all those values. Okay. This is not R, it is K actually. I have taken power as K. This is K. So put K equal to 0, 1, 2, and Q minus 1. So the values of all distinct values of cos theta plus I sin theta raised to P upon Q are. When I take K equal to 0, it is just a rho square. I'm putting here K equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And a raised to rho raised to, sorry, a into rho raised to q minus 1. I have to write all the q's values. So we can see this is geometric series. What's common ratio is what? What is the common ratio? What is the common ratio of this? Which is in geometric progression. What is the common ratio? Which is in the form of geometric progression, whose first term is a and last term is a rho raised to q minus 1, and ratio is rho. Rho is the common ratio. This term divided by this term divided by this, next term divided by previous term. Mark attendance. Next term divided by previous term. So now we'll have exercise to show that how this sum is 0. So we have to find out the sum of these: a plus a rho plus a rho square and so on, a rho raised to q minus 1. A will take common, 1 plus rho square and so on, rho raised to q minus 1. You know how to add this geometric series. A inside bracket 1 minus total q terms divided by 1 minus q. Okay. So what is rho raised to q? Rho raised to q is, it is in fact 1, cos of 2 pi upon q plus I sine 2 pi by q raised to q. So q will get cancelled this and you will get 1. So in this way, a into 1 minus 1 will become 0. This sum is becoming 0 because rho raised to q is 1. You see